road again. We were laughing today. We actually have not stayed overnight any state other than Georgia so far, but we've crossed like 12 state lines.
Yeah, we've crossed into Alabama and Tennessee and Georgia, like basically skipping in and out of the states. But now we're in like Tennessee for a while.
Yes. So we're heading now to see my mom. My mom moved out of state a couple of years ago, and we haven't seen her since. And so everybody's super excited to see Mimi. And we're going to spend 3 or 4 days there, and then head on to the Smoky Mountains. So kind of nice. Most of our drive days have been like 4 hours plus.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 hours today and only like an hour the next time.
Like that, yeah.
So it's kind of nice.
I'm enjoying it. Wait, I only have to drive for 2 hours today? I'm in.
We were laughing this morning. All of us were like surprised that we're only on day 6 of our trip because I don't remember real life anymore.
6 days in, I've literally lost like touch with reality. Like yesterday, I didn't know what day it was. It's been a mess.
We feel really blessed already. I think we've done like 5 things that were vacation worthy to go to for just that. And so we feel absolutely blessed that we've been able to do this just in the first 5 days. And it's still hard to believe and accept that we have another
we have
5 weeks or so that we can continue doing this. Yeah, so we got the next part of our trip planned out. We have another week planned. We still have no idea where we're going after that, but we didn't know 2 days ago, we didn't know we were going after Tennessee. So at least we have a few more days planned, including a unique thing we're doing in West Virginia that we're not going to give away just yet.
Yeah.
What have been the most surprising things so far?
Probably that it was only day 6.
It's only day 6? Colby, what about you?
I think it's because, like, I knew it was pretty, but it's, like, really, really pretty.
Yeah.
It's not that Florida's not pretty, but like the area we live in Central Florida,
it's a different pretty.
It's flat. You know, you don't see mountains, and it's swampy, and it's beautiful in its own right. But you come up in these mountains, and it's just it's green, and there's not a lot of pollution. There's not a lot of light pollution. You can I don't know. It's different.
And with everything that changed with COVID and not being able to do some of the things that we originally wanted to do, so far that hasn't been so bad. There's been a couple of things closed. Like when we were going through West Virginia, we really wanted to go through a coal mine, and that's closed still. But
it opens like 5 days after we're gonna go through there.
But for the most part, you just missed your exit.
Did I?
Yeah. We're gonna get the next one though.
Oh man. Really?
Unless, we definitely did.
Sorry, guys. I was even looking too. I knew that it was a couple miles.
So most of the stuff was open that we want to see, and for me, what we're doing so far is stuff we already planned, and we've just slowed it down. And I'm so grateful. I talk about silver linings. I'm so grateful we slowed it down. This has been the perfect pace, I think. Certainly in a lot of the places we're going, we probably could have spent another week there and not seen everything. But I feel like we've been able to see a few things in each place. We've been able to relax when we wanted to relax. I didn't really budget a lot of time originally for like laundry and grocery shopping and those type of things. And honestly, just being tired and wanting to sit and relax. So far that pace has been pretty good.
Or spending, 2 hours. Was it yesterday? I'm losing touch of the days. I think yesterday we just sat down for like 2 or 3 hours planning out, the next week and a half.
Yeah.
Having time to do that where we're not, oh my gosh, we're going to miss this thing or we're going to miss that thing instead of, planning or whatever.
I'm finishing up my last class of graduate school and finishing my last thesis paper. And I envisioned doing all that, by myself at midnight while everyone was sleeping and then just not sleeping ever. But so far I've been able to squeeze it in at times that were pretty good.
We did have one mishap. We had a very, very easy, stress-free, no issue tear down today. We got everything packed up and our spot was a little tight. It was supposed to be a pull through. It's a little tight. So I actually backed up and did a little maneuver. got out perfectly, and the couple that I met the other night that we were chatting, they're waving me down, and I thought they were just going to say bye, but I left the tailgate down in the truck, so that's always fun.
Thank you, friendly neighbors in the Imagine. We appreciate it. Thank you for saving us.
It's like, yeah, that could have been a mess. I actually got really lucky because I had already made some pretty steep angles maneuvering out of the parking spot and pulling around. I can't believe I didn't hit the tailgate on the back of the, or I guess it'd be the front of the fifth wheel. So that could have been a mess. Yeah, I'm going to exit this time.
So we had an awesome time in Tennessee. We started our week in Tennessee by mainly just hanging out, spending time with family, which was fantastic since we hadn't seen them in a while. We stayed in a really beautiful campground, so it was nice to just spend time at my mom's house and spend time at the campground.
I still don't know how to say the name of the campground.
I'm voting Toqua.
Toqua, Toqua. So it was gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. You'll see, like, you go out the front of our camper and it's just like lake, mountains. I could have spent a few weeks there.
It was nice. We were lucky to get a spot there last minute. We
Yeah.
were really nice. But my mom was gracious enough to not only let us do all of our laundry for a whole week there at her house, but also accept our Amazon packages for like a couple weeks before we left.
Including our portable washer, which was massive.
So we spent time mostly relaxing, but also Joe going back and forth to the hardware store to get everything set up for the.
Yes, we had already replaced our Grand Design. The faucet it comes with is not very elegant, and it's only this far off the top of the sink. So like if you wanted to like get a little swish after brushing your teeth, you basically had to like put your head down in the bowl of the sink and try to like, get a. So we had already replaced the faucet once, and then we spent, I don't even know how much time we spent trying to figure out like different aerators that we could hook up, because we needed an aerator to a garden hose thread, and it was a nightmare. So we eventually just went to Lowe's and got a different faucet, and that was like super easy to hook up once I found the right part.
But several trips back and forth.
Yeah, once I found the right aerator connector, that was good.
And a new cord, new adapters, the right washer, all that fun stuff. But it works great now.
It's nice having laundry. Like we did laundry almost like every day for the rest of the trip. So that was really, really nice.
We love it. It's probably my favorite camping accessory now. So we'll probably do a video on the washing machine.
That and the ice machine.
Yes.
The ice maker and the washing machine. You feel like bougie camping.
Our next stop there was Townsend, Tennessee, to go to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and that was absolutely amazing.
So the weather up there. So we were like, that was the first time like out of like the southeast heat. So that was like that's our first break from 90-degree humid. So it was nice to get up in the mountains. We had like temperatures in the 50s at night. We're like wearing sweaters and stuff. So that was a nice camp. The campground's gorgeous too.
It was awesome. We were really surprised. It was right about the time where COVID was making kind of a resurgence in the southeast. And so he had checked out Gatlinburg to maybe do some fun things. But we were really surprised. It was super crowded. It was like it was a regular summer's day. So we actually avoided anything touristy. We didn't do anything indoors. And even a lot of the trails in Smoky Mountains National Park were super crowded, couldn't get parking spots. But we were lucky that some friends we met along the way let us know kind of what was going down. They coincidentally were staying at the same campground, which we didn't know when we booked it. So we went on hikes first thing in the morning or later in the evening,
yeah.
and it was perfect. So we got to have the best weather of the day, no crowds, no traffic, no parking lot drama. We stayed at Big Meadows Campground, which was fantastic. We absolutely loved it. I recommend it to anybody.
I'll have a review video coming out soon. That was one of the few places that I did like a nice review because that campground was amazing. And the staff was incredible.
Staff was super friendly and awesome and helpful. The location was great. Elliot was dying to do tubing on the river, and it's right next door to River Rat Tubing. So we're like, score, we're going to do that. It was crazy crowded, and the weather was iffy the day that we were going to go. So we didn't go on River Rat Tubing, and Elliot was very devastated, but we did bring some tubes, and I was so glad that I had the foresight to tuck them in a drawer just in case. So we blew up tubes and let the kids go in themselves, which was great because it was freezing and I was not that interested in tubing.
That's not going to happen. That water was like 50 something degrees, and like you'll see Elliot gets in, he's like I still think he left part of his soul in the water that day.
So that was the extent of their tubing.
But we definitely got our money's worth out of those tubes. Like those tubes have been to like Dominican Republic a couple times. We've taken them on the springs here in Florida. They're like dollar store tubes or something.
We did. I think they're from Five Below. We got like $5 tubes.
$5 store.
And we've used them on like 4 vacations.
Yeah.
So that's probably worthwhile.
Money well spent.
Yeah. And in Townsend was the first time the kids came across fireflies or lightning bugs. I guess it depends on where you're from. And I feel like they've seen them before, but they had like...
I'm sure they have, but they're not... I don't even know if we have them in Central Florida.
I'm not sure. Do we have those in Florida?
I don't know.
But the kids were so excited. Yeah. They wanted to like catch them in a jar, but not hurt them, and then let them go. And they had so much fun watching the lightning bugs and chasing the lightning bugs.
So here's a few clips coming up now of the sights and sounds of Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Okay, so we just drove an hour and 10 minutes up to Clingman's Dome. When we left our RV park, it was about 72 degrees. It is currently 51 degrees. So 51 degrees on June 17th. It's windy. And the mist from being in the clouds, I think it just is like the cherry on top.
It's a little cold.
It's like the cherry on top. All right, we'll see you in a bit. All right, so one of my bucket list things, before I die, I want to hike the entire Appalachian Trail. So on our way up to Clingman's Dome, we came across a sign. I hadn't realized the Appalachian Trail we're standing on right now. So not quite the entire thing, but at least for today, we've hiked about 50 meters of the Appalachian Trail. All right, so we're at the top of Clingman's Dome, and I can see why the place is so highly rated. I mean, look at the view. You know what I mean? I can see like for 30, 40 feet. Yeah. I can see down there. There's the trail we came up on.
I am not looking down there.
Yeah.
No. My glasses are so bad I can't see.
It's got to be in the 40s up here.
Oh, do you see my glasses?
It's chilly. My hands are cold.
I was going to tell you to just take them on, but like, don't.
Honestly, this is pretty cool though. We couldn't see the view. It is kind of gnarly being in clouds.
Yeah, except for frostbite.
Oh, look at this. Look at this wave coming in.
Woo! Ooh. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that is definitely 40 degrees.
All right.
Wanna head back down?
Yeah, like trees.
All right, we'll see you at the bottom. All right, today we are in Gatlinburg, right off the, what do they call this? The
Roaring Fork Motor Trail.
The motor trail. There it is. And we are on the Bud Ogle Historic Trail.
Farmstead.
The Farmstead. Got all these old buildings. Looks pretty gnarly. Apparently some of this stuff's been here since like the 1800s. Oh man.
It says bacon was here. I don't see where it says bacon.
Yeah, that's not cool, man. This stuff's been here since the 1800s. You go digging a hole in it. It's not cool, man. So if you notice that we are talking a little more and that we're just rambling, it's because there's a bear up here. Black bear.
Anyone want to sing a song?
Twinkle,
Twinkle. You're gonna get the bear to sleep.
Night, night, bear.
Hey, bear.
I watched enough Alone. All you gotta say is, "Hey bear," and it runs away. You just gotta watch out if you say, "Hey bear," and it says, "What, human?"
Yeah, something's wrong with that bear.
Yeah.
Kids cannot wait to get in the river and go tubing, but they have not gone deeper than their waist because
He did, but then he, got hypothermia.
Do it.
jumping to the left. Is that even deep enough?
Over here? You know, for your reaction.
Nice and warm, bud?